Hey guys, thanks for joining me again with some fly tying lessons. Last time we did the Jawbreaker Frenchie. Now we're going to be adding a little bit more variation to our nymph patterns. So last time we did the tail, the body, and we used a peacock curl collar. So now we're going to be doing a little bit more. We're going to add some legs. We're going to do a wing case, and we're going to change up the peacock curl and use dubbing for the thorax. So let's get started. First thing you want to do is get your hook square on the vise. I am using 1/8 bead again on a size 14 hook. This hook is a little bit longer than the one I used last time, just because we're adding a little bit more to this pattern. So start your thread, start right behind the bead. Nice chunk of thread laid down on here. And trim your tag end off. And this time I'm using it's an olive flavor of pheasant tail here. So grab about the same amount of fibers we did last time. 8 to 10. And line up where you want your tail. And tie it in. Start moving it back. Not to be touching wraps, but you always want your material nice and secure. So go back to where you want it to stop, and then back forward. And you're going to take in some medium wire and tie that in. Get that nice and secure. Go all the way back to the tail. So same idea we did last time. We're just going to see our biggest differences when we start building up the forward section of the fly. Grab yourself some more pheasant tail. This is going to be going forward. Again, same concept as last week. Just going to be building off of skills we've learned. Tie it in nice and secure. So you're not going to go as far forward. You're not going all the way up this time. We're going to go about a bead behind the bead. So you can see where I stopped. Just start bringing this, wrap this forward. Rotary vise, always handy for this situation. I'll get one more out of that. Get that nice and secure. Do a couple wraps behind, a couple wraps in forward. Definitely don't want to let it go and it unravel on you. Next, bring your wire forward. So I wrap the pheasant tail away. So I'm going to be wrapping the copper wire towards me. Got 1, 2, 3, I get 4 in there. Secure that wire. 3 wraps behind. Handful in front. Just make sure it does not go anywhere when you helicopter it off. Bring your bobbin up. Helicopter that wire off. Alright, now this is where things are going to get a little bit different. Alright, so first thing you're going to do is you're going to tie in your wing case. I'm using this waspy thin skin. It has a bunch of different color patterns and variations. And you see how thick I made the wing case. It's just about the size of your body. Sometimes you make it too big and then the sides of it fold over and over everything and ruin it. So tie that in. Then you're gonna grab dubbing a choice. I want to be using some hare's ears dubbing, like going with olive theme here. So make your dubbing noodle, wet your fingers, use wax, whichever you feel comfortable using to get it on there. You can split the thread if you want. I don't find that necessary with this hare's ear dubbing. Just get it on there. It doesn't have to be tight by any means because you're going to actually brush it out. Give your fly a little bit more movement in his legs. So start wrapping that up, build that thorax up. So it's going to seem a little weird, but you're going to want a little excess bulge, if you will, right here, because when this folds over, it's going to squish everything down. So you can give it a little extra dubbing on there. Just trim this off. And next, we're using some saddle from a hen saddle. So got this nice little feather here. And what you're going to do is you're going to split the fibers apart on the tip here. So you can grab it and stroke it back. So you're holding just the tip of it. You can see how I just got this part and the rest of the fibers are back. So you're going to clip that tip off. And then you're going to fold your fibers forward. So these will be our legs. So you fold them forward, and they're going to go in here. So you got the split, you got the rest of the fibers going the other way. This is what it kind of looks like. Let me stroke all that back. So this is where we're at. And then you're just going to slide this in here. And hold it on both sides, pinch it kind of tight. A loose wrap around, another loose wrap, and then pull up a little bit, add some tension, and then a couple tight wraps. So now it's stayed in place. Pull the feather back. Do a couple wraps in front. I did 3 there. Now I leave this in. Some people will snip this, I don't. And then I'll take the wing case material forward. Do 1, 2 loose wraps, pull up so it's tight, and then 2 more tight wraps, and then with everything pulled back, do 3, 1, 2, 3. So now I know everything is 100% secure. Sometimes when you do that, you don't get enough wraps in front and back, and then it all unfolds and you gotta start over. Just get a couple more wraps in there and then whip finish. And then I like to use some UV resin. For it to be a little bit stronger. And then you just hit it with your UV light. Harden that up. You're going to take this, brush it out a little bit. There you go. Nice simple nymph pattern. It's a little variation of a pheasant tail nymph. But this guy is killer. Olive is always a go-to for me. But if you guys have any other requests for pheasant patterns that you would like to see me do, please leave a comment below and I will work on that. Thank you.